Talk about gas mileage. Now this is the original window sticker to my Viper back when it was new, and the government said it got 11 miles per gallon city and 21 miles per gallon highway. Let's see what it can do. Now I know what you're thinking, this test is stupid. Nobody buys a Viper for fuel economy, but I mean, aren't you a little curious? This thing has an 8-liter V10 that takes up half the car. This has to be the most fuel inefficient sports car in 3 decades. So today I'm gonna do a little test. First, I'm gonna drive it around the city and see what kind of gas mileage it gets, and then I'm gonna bring it on the highway and hypermile it. Now for more of my thoughts on what it's like to hypermile a Dodge Viper, click the link below to check out my column on autotrader.com/oversteer. Right now, the tank is full and it's time to bring it out in the city. Remember, the government said it got 11 miles per gallon. And we come to a stop. I could sort of summarize driving in Philadelphia. Green light. Let's do it. And we're slowing down. I think we'll get less than 11, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
There's no way, especially in this kind of city driving. This is the worst city driving.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is embarrassing. We're getting passed by the Segway tour. All right, moment of truth. We've been driving around the city now for the whole day, and we're gonna see what kind of gas mileage it got. By the way, while we're here, I should mention I switched out my license plate. I had this River Otter one, which was kind of cool, but I learned that Pennsylvania has a license plate for teen drivers. Someone told me that, and so you can imagine what happened next. All right, anyway, gas mileage. Okay, all right, here we go. Let me do the calculation here. And the moment of truth, the final result is 5.6 miles per gallon city we got today driving around town. 5.6. Okay, so that wasn't so good. The Viper is not so good with gas mileage around town. But now, I'm gonna take it on the highway for a couple of hours and I'm gonna hypermile it to see what kind of gas mileage it could get under the best possible circumstances. Now remember, the government said it can get 21 miles per gallon highway. I am hoping with my excellent hypermiling skills to get 22, 25 would be a dream. Let's see what happens. All right, it's time to hypermile. We're on the highway on-ramp here, which is very distressing to me because I want to hypermile. Every minute we sit here getting 5.6 miles per gallon is another we're gonna have to get 40 once we're on the highway. What do you think we'll hit? So we were 5 below their EPA's estimate for city. I'd like to be above the highway one now. There's nothing worse than hypermiling because you just have to think so much. Am I in the right gear? Am I going, is the RPM low enough? Am I going fast enough? Is anybody gonna hit me? Can I go any slower? It just gives me a headache. We're the slowest Viper in the entire world. We're doing a hypermile. I wanna tell people it's slightly downhill. I'm off the throttle, way off. Yeah, we're just coasting now. Coasting at 48 miles an hour on the interstate. Here comes the downhill. I'm gonna get off the throttle. We're just gonna coast and get 90 miles per gallon. Oh man, this is embarrassing. That was especially embarrassing. Oh man, we're above 1500 RPM. That is not where I wanna live. Everybody's staring at us. They're like, why is this guy in this Viper going 47 miles an hour? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I'm getting 30 miles per gallon. I am literally at 400 RPM right now. I'm in neutral, going down a hill. I am literally at 400 RPM. This is the Hypermiler's dream. You just feel guilty all the time. This Hypermiling's got to be one of the most selfish acts you can carry out on the road. You're helping the environment, but you're slowing down every other human being in your wake. Oh, here we go. We're gonna do a little drafting. Yeah. He's moving the air out of our way. Problem is, he is going hyper fast. I mean, he is going lightning speeds. He's got to be doing 53. I can't keep up with that. Everybody's pointing at it. That guy literally pointed at us. It's so embarrassing. Boy, there's nothing worse than having to push down the gas pedal. I really never thought I'd say that, but here I am. We're gonna pass this person? This person must be just a total disaster of life. But it's all gonna be worth it in the end when we get out and we've got 35 miles per gallon. 30 maybe, 25. All right, I'd be really happy if we cracked 20. Okay, so we've been hypermiling now on the highway for quite a while, and now it's time to see what kind of mileage this thing could get under perfect circumstances. We're in Wilmington, Delaware, which is quite a place. Lovely town. All right, you ready? You ready to do the calc? All right, math time. And the number is, ooh, 18.7. That's as good as it's gonna get. I can't do any better than that. 18.7. Not as good as I was hoping. From this, I think we can draw 3 conclusions. Number 1, if you want good gas mileage, do not buy a Dodge Viper. Number 2, the government and its fuel economy ratings are quite optimistic. And most importantly, number 3, do not purchase a Dodge Viper for your teen driver. That would just be irresponsible.